Hi guys, it's Kerry. How are you all doing today? I thought I would pop on with a walkthrough of this brand new deck that I've received this morning. It is the Wild Reflections Tarot deck by Wyspell, and this is a Kickstarter. So I will put the Kickstarter link below. And if you can't still buy them through that, I'm sure they'll provide you a link from there to their website where you can still buy this deck. So I have looked through it very quickly while I was just running it through some sage, which is what I like to do when I get a new deck. So I've also left it alone for a little while with some crystals sitting on it. And I've finally got a little bit of time to do a walkthrough with you all. So, as I said, this is brand new to me, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it. Oh, there was my hands. I don't know all the ins and outs of, what's going on with it. So, first thing is the little white book, as it's called. Not very little. It's actually, I didn't look to see how many pages it was. 196, so almost 200 pages. I probably shouldn't have... I don't know. Anyway, this is a really good book. Sorry, I'm just swiping up to get rid of something. I've had a quick look through. So there's a lot about how you use tarot cards, how they came up with the concepts in this deck, how the deck is structured, how to begin with things. If you want to do more of a ritual, light candles, gather all your favourite things together, that kind of thing. And then it goes into some tarot spreads as well. Quite a few actually, which is really nice ones, a week ahead and a month ahead and a chakra, as well as somewhere there's a Celtic cross. Anyway, there is, trust me, there it is. Yeah, and then also when we have the actual cards themselves, we have the upright meanings and we also have the reversed meanings as well. We also have a love meaning, a career meaning, and a finances meaning. Again, reversed and upright. So, and this goes for the major and the minor arcanas. So I think that's amazing. And, it is a chunky book, but it's really good. So along with the Kickstarter, I also got these lovely stickers. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. And these postcards, which are actually quite big. So I'm definitely going to frame these and put them in my healing room. Really beautiful. So these are images from the cards with a lovely affirmation as well. They got a little bit, not really badly, but a little bit bent in the post. But I'm sure just laying a book on them overnight will sort that out. But that side's fine. It's just the top. So that will be okay. Right, I will put the box out of the way. The box is lovely. It's a little bit snug, but it's lovely. It says, discover the incredible wisdom of the tarot and bask in all its magic. How gorgeous is that? Don't know if you can read that. It's really pretty though. Now this deck is stunning. It reminds me, well, the Cups suit is very sort of beachy, but the others seem to be very sort of almost like in the mountains. I'm thinking of like Canada, that kind of vibe going on. So, yeah. Anyway, okay, so first up, we have the Fool. Beautiful. I love that the fox is with her. I absolutely love foxes. See what I mean about all these trees? It reminds me a bit of Canada. She's got sort of a rose. She's kind of carrying, I don't know if you can see, crystals, it looks like. Like I said, I haven't had a proper, really good look at this yet. Let me put that way up. How stunning. The Magician. High Priestess. Nice Empress. The Emperor. It's definitely screaming out Canada to me, like Northern America, kind of Canadian vibes here. I don't know, as you can tell by my accent, I'm British, so and I live in England, well, in Cornwall. So, yeah, I may be completely wrong. Please let me know where it reminds you of. I love that there's a cowboy hat here. I like that the horses have got paints. Their faces have been painted, sorry. Like I say, I'm pretty much looking at this. It's the second time, but I'm looking at it a lot more closely this time. Quite an interesting Wheel of Fortune. There are some quite interesting cards, as in I need to work with it, I need to read about it a bit more to work out exactly why they have been chosen. I mean, but obviously this, it's different to a normal Hanged Man, but you still know it's, you know, you get it. He's changing his perspective, isn't he? Interesting death card. Very, very, very different death card. I like that there are men and women in this. I don't mind only female decks, but I prefer a balance, you know, like we all have the masculine and feminine energies. I do like this Tower. I really like this Star card as well. She seems like she's getting all of her kind of healing tools together. Interesting moon card as well. They've got the sort of wild wolf and then the domestic dog, and they've got the paths that are in the Rider-Waite kind of moon card. It's interesting, isn't it, when people just do things a little bit differently. Love this. This reminds me of a sound bath. Judgment is interesting. Again, I'll have to read up on that a little bit. Lots and lots of birds coming in here for, you know, there's lots of kind of sparkle and swirling and birds. You know, it's not the angel with the trumpet and the bodies rising up to meet them. But it is lovely, really lovely. I also like that this is in the winter as well. You know, like it's obviously on a beach. You know, you've got the cliffs, the sea here. I particularly love the beach in the wintertime. So it's nice to see it depicted. Really nice world card. She's resting after her journey, isn't she? And then look at this. The aces in this deck are phenomenal. Absolutely gorgeous. Oops. Love that. She's sitting there making her plans, her dreams coming true. Love that she's got a disco ball up there. That looks like an M on that piece of paper. Can you see? Ooh. Yeah, it does. Or I guess a W if it's that way up. So we'll have to see. Have to have a little read about it. Really lovely. 3 of Wands. I really like that. He, you know, in this card, you've said to the universe what it is that you want, and in this one, you're just chilling out. You know it's coming. You absolutely know it's on its way to you, and so you can just relax, have a cup of coffee. Really like this 4 of Wands too. Real happiness there. Interesting 5 of Wands. When I first looked through this, it's almost like these people have found their talents, you know, their thing, and he's just kind of realised what his is. You know, it's glowing, waiting for him to pick it up. No, she's got her hand out. Yeah, I'll have to read about that one too. But I love it. It's really lovely. And the whole point of having lots of different tarot decks, as I say to people all the time, is that we can use our intuition. We don't have to rely, I know that the Five of Wands means competition, and he's probably the last one to get to his wand, but it doesn't, the way we interpret it, that's the point of having different cards, and it's the point of going to different readers, because everybody reads a bit differently. Everyone will see something different in the card. I really like that this is victory. It almost feels for the animals. It's not the people that are cheering him on and welcoming him back. It's the animals, sort of thanking him for doing something for them. Oops, sorry. Now, the Seven of Wands, usually we see the Seven of Wands standing on top of a cliff and defending themselves, whereas it looks like she is actually making a bridge with these wands. So instead of in battle mode, she's kind of trying to get across the bridge. It's like she's trying to meet someone halfway, trying to see their side of things, which I quite like. Eight of Wands. Well, this looks like a structure to me, on the ground, rather than like wands flying through the air. Maybe this is like a focal point. I haven't talked about... Oh, sorry, the dog's barking now. Nine of Wands. Oh, sorry about him. He will be quiet in a minute. Ten of Wands. Now, he looks like he's planted all of these. He looks like he's on the home straight. Maybe he's had... I had a bit of a... Oh, I've been putting these the wrong way up. Sorry. It's because I'm so excited to look at them all. So he's not carrying all these wands, is he? It's not like a terrible struggle for him. So I definitely do need to read through and see exactly how they are interpreting these. I really like that the pages aren't kids. This is so Canada to me. I've never been to Canada, by the way. I do have a friend who lives there who I will be going to visit. But yeah, from what I've seen on TV. Love this. Again, the Knight of Wands is usually pretty quick, pretty speedy, but he looks a lot more chilled out. With his furry companion looking at him there. He looks more like he's on a leisurely trip than on a mission. Which, as I said, is absolutely fine. Lovely, confident Queen of Wands. I do like my Queen of Wands to look very, very confident. It's a very earthy deck. I do like that he's got the a lion on his shirt there. Just to remind you exactly who he is. He's got the map behind him too, which I like, the world. It is, I'm saying it's a really earthy deck as we move now into the cups, which is really watery, but it's really nature-based. So, it is called Wild Reflections, so I guess that's why. So, gorgeous, gorgeous. They have some skin diversity in this deck. It would be nice to see a bit more age diversity, but I'm not overly bothered. There are other decks like that. I'm sorry if you can hear a helicopter. We've had a helicopter buzzing around all morning. Oh, this is lovely. This really makes me think that they're kind of looking back on their life together, on their journey together. Reminiscing, looking back. I'm not quite sure what he's doing with these two things. It almost feels like he's hitting them to get like different musical notes out of them. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe in the Seven of Cups, we need all of those different things. And we just need to like strike the one that we need the most right now. That's a really lovely Eight of Cups. I was going to say she looks like a mermaid, and I just noticed her tail. So she is a mermaid. She's a bit like Ariel, isn't she, with all of her bits and pieces that she's collected, all of her things around her. Really, really, really lovely, lovely family at a beach day. I think that's gorgeous. Really, really special. We used to have lovely family beach days. I live on the coast, and we also used to go camping a lot. This is interesting. With an umbrella, and he's like blowing the shell to make that horn sound. No fish jumping out of shells or anything, but he's definitely in a game, isn't he? He's using his imagination there. It reminds me a bit of Mary Poppins. I like that he's got his wellies on as well. I just really like this deck. It's nice because it makes you think. Knight of Cups, to me, is all about sort of love and giving love out. And, you know, he's usually depicted on a horse holding out a cup. Whereas he looks a little bit more strategic about this, with the chess set there in front of him. I like this Queen of Cups. Often the Queen of Cups is so serene, she's practically kind of not doing anything. I like the idea that this one is kind of prancing along by the ocean. And he is having a whale of a time. Look at him. Love it. Then we have our swords, our suit of air. This is in your face, isn't it? I like this. Time to make your decision. Time to shoot your shot. Stop messing about. This is really sad. Really, really sad. I like that it's arrows going in. Nice and relaxed there. Bobbing along in your canoe or kayak. Really nice 5 of Swords, and it almost looks like that could be him. Oh, he's got his trousers rolled up, so no, maybe it's not supposed to be the same person. This is interesting. 6 of Swords. Who's he? Who's he and what's he doing? Has he helped her to launch her boat off? Or has he just about caught up with her as she's sailing off? You know, friend or foe? I like this. Ooh, that was a 7. I like every card. There's no card in here that I think, oh, that's awful. So I need to stop saying that. I like this, though, because we don't know what he's up to. Anyway, as I was saying, we used to go camping in France and spent a lot of time on the beach. I love this depiction. The first time I ever saw it was the Anna Kay tarot, and more recently the Lightseers also have this, where the reflection of them is the one that's bound, not the actual real one. And you know, you've got to see that it's not actually real, and that you can step away from that. Love the thundery sky. It's absolutely beautiful, this deck. Oof. She says, oof. That's pretty harsh, isn't it? I mean, there's no blood, which I'm glad about. He's clearly alive, which I'm happy about. But he's having a rough old time, isn't he? Again, nice that the page isn't a child. I mean, it's fine when they are, but it's nice. It's a nice change. I like that he is on a motorbike. You know, he is going fast. He is going hell for leather. Oh, how beautiful is she? How absolutely stunning is she? It does have similar vibes to the Lightseers. I've just done a reading on my Facebook page, and the King and Queen of Swords came out, And they are sitting on top of snow-covered mountains, looking similar to this, to be honest. But, I mean, it's absolutely... I mean, how can you make all cards completely different, you know? I just think they're beautiful. I will hopefully try to remember to talk about the cardstock in a minute, because that is the most beautiful thing as well. Love this. Now, the pentacle suit actually really reminds me of home, because it's kind of, I mean, we don't have palm trees on our beaches, but this scene could be a photograph from just down the road from me. Really, really nice. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? And then here again, we look like we're back in Canada. I'm obsessed with the Virgin River, the Netflix show. So this is why any log cabin with lovely trees around it, definitely going to be Canada. So this is really lovely. You know, it's cold, it's horrible outside, but look, there's a stained glass window here with all the gorgeous sunflowers. It's shining its light out. It's saying, come in. You know, there's warmth in here. That was lovely. Everyone. There's enough for everyone. I really like that they're sunflowers and not coins. I'd be chuffed if I grew that many sunflowers and they were all doing really well. I think it's the most gorgeous deck. This is one of my favourite cards in any deck, and this card did not disappoint. I always look for the Nine of Pentacles, the Star and the Nine of Pentacles. Well, there's others as well, obviously, but the Nine of Pentacles is a really special card to me. And it's gorgeous. Ten of Pentacles. Really nice. Really like that. Again, this looks like it's somewhere very close to me, with the lighthouse there. Page. Oh, look at that. The knight is plotting out his route. Not taking anything for chance. He's working his way out before he sets off. That's really nice too. Working with nature. And the last one is the king, and it looks like he's on a boat, and yeah, he is. This is the steering wheel here, so he's navigating his way. Okay, so the cardstock, listen to this. Can you hear it? Oh, it's so beautiful. So it's matte, almost feels linen-y, but it's not linen. It's just a beautiful thick matte cardstock. It is a thick deck. And it is, I always like to see where it, now then, I reordered it, didn't I, when I got it. So yeah, they weren't set up in the order that I like, so I reordered them. Anyway, shiny gold gilding all the way round, which is lovely. So first time I'm going to shuffle it now. Ooh, do you hear that? That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and they would properly riffle shuffle really nicely as well, but I just can't do that. So what I'm going to do is shuffle, and I'm going to read one of the entries, because I just think that it's a really nice guidebook. Now, I didn't bring my glasses up here, so hopefully I won't mess the reading up too badly. Really gorgeous deck. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And really nice that I've got it for summer. Although there are some wintry cards, but... Right. Ooh. Shuffled beautifully like this as well. It looks like... It feels like there might be... It might have some jumpers in it. Okay, so for everybody who's watching, could we have a card, please? For everybody who's watching right now, thank you. Okay. 10 of Cups. So let me... I was about to say focus in. Move my phone stand down because I'm not fancy enough to do things where we focus in. So, okay, let me just find cups. There we go. Okay, so upright keywords: happiness, homecoming, fulfillment, emotional stability, security, domestic harmony. The Ten of Cups represents happiness, family unity, and personal fulfillment. The card suggests that the querent is experiencing a happy life at home or within their family, with a sense of connection and unity with all loved ones. Upright love meaning: commitment, taking the next step in a relationship, long-term stability, lasting relationship. Upright career meaning: feeling of belonging at work, camaraderie between colleagues, fulfilling and supportive job. Upright finances meaning: financial stability and security, a feeling of having enough. This card can also serve as a reminder for the asker to see the abundance and magic all around them. Perhaps they have gotten lost in the daily routines and have not taken into account the chances and the appreciation of the beauty that they have created in their life. How beautiful. Now, just for fun, I'm also going to read the reversed meaning as well. Okay, so reversed keywords: unhappy home, separation, domestic conflict, disharmony, and isolation. This card may indicate that the asker is struggling to find personal fulfillment or a sense of happiness in their life. It is a reminder to take a step back and reassess what truly brings joy and meaning. The Ten of Cups reversed suggests that it's time to address any underlying issues and work towards finding balance and harmony in all areas of your life. So the love meaning: meddling relatives, a short fling, external forces affecting a relationship. Career meaning: hostile workplace, tensions between colleagues, isolation in the workplace. Financial meaning: arguments with family over finances and financial instability. Something is disturbing your once serene happiness, such as quarrels or conflicts of interest among the family members or close friends. Someone could be creating problems that are poisoning the lives of your loved ones. Oh, but really good. I think this book is really, really good. I really like all the information it gives. Sorry, that's a bit blurry. Yeah, I think it's really good. I mean, obviously it's an indie deck, so it's more expensive at the moment, but whether it will be picked up mass market, I think it probably will. But it's going to be a great, well-loved deck by many, I'm sure. So let's just lay a few cards out together just so you can... Oh, sorry, that's gone a bit wonky, hasn't it? Oh, that's so professional. I really like to see how cards kind of look when they're all out together. So this is how it all looks when they're all out together. I think it's a really lovely mix, almost like a mix of, oh, I'm not going to remember. Is it the unveiling path, the unsomething path, which was an indie deck picked up by Hay House. So it almost reminds me of a mixture between the Lightseers and that deck. But of course it does completely stand on its own. It hasn't copied anything at all. I'm thinking that because I have a feeling there's sunflowers in that deck. It's really lovely. I do want to have a look at this death card. Oh, and that card. Yeah, I need to look through better, but absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards that I'm over the moon to have. And I can't wait to start working with them. Thank you so much for watching. Lots of love.